Welcome, this is Game Harder Group. Today we're going to be talking about games that change the game. And these basically the games I would say that are the foundation for the games that you see today. I'm not going to talk too much about, Pac-Man because it's before my time, but I know I can imagine the impact, but let's get into it. Mortal Kombat. Who doesn't remember that? If you was a kid and you was at the skating ring or anywhere out and they had this arcade out, man, all you wanted to do was play, but there was always a long line. Kids would spend so many quarters on this game. It was so great. The finished moves, the blood, it was just the beginning. And then let's talk about Pit Fighter. Pit Fighters deserve its, credit because it was the game before Mortal Kombat. I imagine they came up with the idea from Pit Fighters, but it deserved it. Let's get into NBA Jam. All the sports players, the people that's playing NBA 2K and used to play NBA Live, they enjoyed this game. This was the game. There was other games that came out after this. Let's just say there were NBA Ballers, NBA Streets, but this was the origin. This was the beginning with Big Head Mode. I think they had a guy named Mad Dog that you could put in codes for. You could put in codes for to play with the mascot. So this was a great game. Let's get into Blitz. I know people that would play. They still play Blitz. They still play Blitz till this day. And they would spend hours and hours just slamming people. You could slam people. You would clothesline people on this game. And you could get on fire. The ball be on fire. You could taunt people. People love NBA Blitz. Also by Midway. Let's get into The Simpsons. The Simpsons game was a good game. You could play with all the characters. The Simpsons had a lot of other games, but this was the game that was in the arcade. People loved this game. It also reminds you of other games like this one right here. Battletoads versus Double Dragon. Battletoads and Double Dragon had their own games. So Double Dragon had like 2 or 3 games, a lot of games, and Battletoads had their games, but these games were just walk around the board beating up people, and it was a simple dynamic to it, but a lot of people love this game. I feel like this is a game that deserves its spot. It also what is it? Streets of Rage 2. I love the guy. There's the guy on the skates. This is similar to those Battletoad games. Let's get into it. The most important game for all you shooters, you game shooters. You love these shooter games? This is the guy you should be paying his respect to. It's the guy, 007, James Bond. One of the best games ever created. That's my opinion. Let's get into the driving games. I wanted to say Need for Speed, but I'm gonna give it to Cruising USA. Cruising USA was so big, everybody would play it. This is an arcade game, big game back in the day. So you got to give your props when you think of Need for Speed and all these other games. They were highly influenced by this game, Cruising USA, one of the best arcade games back in the day. And to give an honorable mention, I gotta show love to Final Fantasy VII. I think it was one of the first games that I know of that had a curse word in it. And it wasn't nothing but like the D word or whatever. But I gotta give a shout to it. It was the first love.